Listen to me, Lizard, I ground out as I paced my office in hell. Word on the street is that Jesus was potty-trained at 8 months old. I will not be bested by God and his son. Not happening. But you like Jesus, Lizard pointed out. I rolled my eyes. Yes, I like Jesus. Everyone likes Jesus. He's a great guy. This isn't about Jesus. It's about my jackass brother. Let me get this straight, he said, confused. We're happy for Jesus, but we want to stick it to God because you're jealous that Jesus did his business in the head before your boy Luke. I willed myself not to electrocute the idiot. Occasionally, Lizard had strokes of genius. I was counting on that at the moment. Setting him ablaze would be counterproductive. And I was not jealous of my brother. I simply liked to win. Period. In a roundabout way, minus the jealousy part, yes, I hissed. Lizard smacked his ever-present gum. He held a baseball bat in his hands and wore a fucking heinous beret on his head. The demon was a fashion faux pas. However, I overlooked the polyester green tracksuit and flip-flops due to his ability to come up with outstanding plans. We talking number 1 or number 2? He questioned. I stopped dead in my tracks. I had no idea. My son was 7.5 months old and still in a diaper. The information on the internet was that potty training occurred around 2 years of age. That was unacceptable. The fact that my brother never lied was infuriating. If the righteous jackass said that his son was potty-trained at 8 months old, he was trained at 8 months old. I only had half a month to beat him. Is that important? Yep. My guess is that Jesus whizzed before he crapped in the potty, Lizard said. If Luke could shit in the potty first, you'd have some bragging rights. Interesting. Lizard was a genius in most things. His methods were often strange and violent, but usually had favorable outcomes. Although his taste in women was appalling. He had mated with the vampires Martha and Jane, 2 of the saggiest bosomed, worst-dressed, foul-mouthed, and most disgusting undead females I'd ever come across. The sequined booty shorts paired with black socks and sandals they favored gave me migraines. Unfortunately, my son adored the fools, and my mate, Elle, had hired them as nannies. The only reason Martha and Jane lived to see another day was that Luke was besotted with the idiots. Do you think bribery might work? Lizard shrugged. Depends on what you're offering. I nodded. Luke didn't seem to care for jewels and stocks. I'd repeatedly shown him my bank statements, and he wasn't impressed. My son, the future heir of hell, was more taken with a stuffed blue bunny and empty cardboard paper towel rolls. However, much to my great relief, he was fascinated with my stash of stolen office supplies. Of course, Elle had electrocuted me when she caught me red-handed letting our son play with a pilfered stapler and letter opener. That day was best forgotten. Not only had the love of my evil life set my favorite Armani suit ablaze, but the spawn of my loins had thrown the stapler at my head and given me an outstanding shiner. Luke had an excellent arm and even better aim. It warmed my heart. Now, the moment when my son pierced my hand with the letter opener and pinned it to the desk wasn't as pleasant, but it was an excellently vicious move.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.